yeah, the technical issue. That's what can I say? Like the department is really like in very. I mean, you could say we are poor, okay, but like these 2 years, like after I take over the department chair, okay, our funding was cut by the school for more than $2 million. Okay, Taiwanese dollar, yeah. I mean, more than 2 million. Of course, like I just went to talk to the president, okay, the 校长, okay, he explained to me like there are some like the school has some like financial issue, so it's not just us. It's like all the department funding was, I mean, are cut, but it has come to a point that it's getting more and more difficult to manage the department. I mean, we don't even have enough money to continue like operation of the department. For example, like if some equipment, is out of order, like or like for example, like we are supposed to have like a computer. Like the computers in the computer lab replaced like in a regular basis, like every 5 years or so. But our computers in the computer lab have been used for more than 7 years, and we don't have money to replace them. Currently, we are negotiating a deal with like Intel and ASUS. They made like a donate some, and we also need to buy some from them. But as I said, we don't have money, so that's why I went to talk to the principal. I mean, yeah. Anyway, yes. Just I just feel like we are very poor. Yeah. One day when you become rich, like as rich as like Guo Taiming or like I mean, don't forget to donate some money back to your beloved department. How? Anyway, okay, let's continue our lecture. Okay, we talked about red-black tree last time, right? It is one of the balanced binary search tree. Okay, so there are several like properties of the red-black tree. First, I mean, of course, we have finished this slide. I just want to refresh your memory, to go through this properties, list of properties. The first is every node in a red-black tree is either red or black, obviously. Second, the root and the leaves are black. So obviously root here in this example is black. And the leaf, when I say leaf, I'm not talking about this node. I'm talking about this NIL, okay, empty node. We consider them as leaf nodes. Okay, these leaf nodes, the default is color is black, and also you can see that the leaf node do not hold value, right? The leaf nodes do not hold value. Only the internal nodes hold values. Third, if a node is red, its parent has to be black. Okay, if a node is red, its parent has to be black. But if a node is black, its parent could be red or black. Okay, that is fine. Okay, so this property is very, very important because we are going to come back to visit this property later. Last one. All simple paths from any node, okay, to distant leaf, okay, have the same number of black nodes. We call that as black height, okay, of X. So so you can start from any node. For example, like from here, okay, this one is black, this one is black. So you can see like a black height for this node is 1. And if you start from here, okay, yeah, excluding this node itself, okay, from here to all the leaf nodes, again, the black height is 1. And from here, okay, the black height will be 2, right? And so on. So from here, the black height is 2 as well. Because we exclude the starting node color, okay? So basically, like this is also a very important property that has to be maintained in a red-black tree, okay? And then, okay, last week we talked about like the relationship between the height of the tree and the number of keys or number of internal nodes, okay, in a red-black tree, right? We gave like a proof of this formula, okay? So, yeah, and as a result, okay, because of that theorem, okay, operations on the red-black tree such as search, min, max, successor, predecessor, okay, all these operations run in big O log n time, okay, on a red-black tree with a node. It is because, okay, all this operation has something to do with the height, okay? So the worst case scenario for these operations will take, linear time to the height of the tree. And we know from the previous theorem that the height is pretty much like log n, okay? So, yeah, that is why we get this complexity for these operations. But we're not done yet because you can see that all these operations, search, min, max, successor, predecessor, they do not change the red-black tree, right? You just query the red-black tree, right? The content, the basic structure of the red-black tree is not modified, right? But when the red-black tree will get to be modified with operations such as insert and delete, right? So for insert and delete, what is like the complexity and how do we do it? Okay, because we need to maintain the red-black tree property. Okay, so this is something that we need to discuss now, and we were only going to talk about insert because for the delete, I think it's similar. Okay, when I say it's similar, of course, like it will be slightly different, but the concept will be the same. So I will just focus. From the following lecture, we'll just focus on insert. Okay. Because it's a binary search tree. You're supposed to have already learned like a basic operations on the binary search tree, right? Yeah, from data structure. Okay, that is why I will not talk too much about these operations because you're supposed to learn that from the data structure. If you forget, of course, like, people forget. We forget things. Please check your data structure content again, because we don't have time to go over all this basic stuff. Repeat those basic stuff here. Okay, so now, okay, the operations that involve modifying the red-black tree, okay, include insert and delete, okay, and so obviously, okay, these two operations will modify red-black tree because, okay, well, it obviously, will, add or delete a node to the tree. And also, okay, after the operation, you need to, adjust the color. Otherwise, it's, some property will be violated. Okay, some red-black tree property will be violated. The third one is also about maintaining the property of red-black tree. You need to do some rotations in order to, make sure the resulting tree maintain the red-black tree property. Okay, so all this obviously will change the structure. Okay, will modify the red-black tree. Okay, the first two are rather obvious, right? I mean, and they are, you can imagine that these first two will be simple, but the last one is a little bit more complicated. How do we do the rotation? Okay, so here is the thing. Okay, there are two types of rotations. Say you have a, binary search tree structure like this, and you could imagine, okay, a structure like this, okay, then obviously all the elements in alpha will be smaller than the element holding that is stored in A, right? And which will be smaller than all the elements like stored in beta subtree. And all these elements in beta subtree will be smaller than B, node B, the element in node B, which again will be smaller than any element stored in gamma, right? Right? So, if you do right rotation, it becomes like this. You could check it maintains the property of the binary search tree in the sense that elements in alpha is still smaller than the element in A, which is smaller than any element in beta, again, and which is smaller than the element in B, and finally, which is smaller than any element in gamma, on the right-hand side. So you can see that, here, okay, be careful. We are only talking about a branch. So this is B is not, it could be, but it's not necessarily the root of the tree. Okay, it's not necessarily the root of the tree. Okay? So it's so this modification, first, you need to understand this modification maintain the binary search tree property, and it could be done locally, right? It could be done locally, in the sense that other elements, above node B, okay, all the elements, over there, okay, they are not involved, okay, they have nothing to do with this modification, and they will not, what should I say, affect this rotation, right? The correctness of rotation. They will not affect correctness of the rotation. So basically, so from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, we call that as a right rotation. From the right-hand side to the left-hand side, we call that left rotation. Is it good? I mean, the right rotation basically just means you put a node above, okay, below, okay. I mean one level down, okay. The node on the right, okay. I can say the node above. I mean, you could see the left child, the parent of the left child become the the right child of its original child. Okay, so the other way, left rotation is the other way around. Okay, just need to remember, or put it another way. I mean, if you don't remember it's left or right, that's fine. You just need to remember this rotation is correct, and it can only happen locally. And the last thing, okay, this rotation can be performed in constant time, right? Because the only list, okay, the link, okay, the content of the link, okay, gets changed, okay. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, you change the link of two nodes, because each internal node has two links, right, in a tree. Okay, so only the links of node A and the node B gets changed, and there are only two nodes involved. Okay, and we have totally 4 links. And this can be obviously performed in constant time, right? So far so good, right? You guys are with me, right? 就这个旋转很简单嘛，对不对？第一个，它维持了 binary search tree 的 property。第二个，它可以在 local 就做到，它不会影响到树的别的部分，而且树的别的部分不会影响这个 rotation 以后的数的正确性，对，我讲的是 binary search tree 的数的正确性。那第三个是这个 operation 可以在constant time， OK， 在一个就是说常数的时间完成。OK， so once you understand that, let's continue. OK， So here we want to insert a node into a red-black tree. The idea is that first we insert X in the tree, okay? And this X, obviously, it's just, 记不记得, remember how you insert the node in a binary search tree? It's kind of just like a search, right? You search for that node. It'll bring you, suppose, let's assume all the nodes have distinct value, okay? 我们先假设所有的 node 的值都不一样，好不好？ Let's make the things simple, okay? So assume all the nodes are holding different value. So when you insert a new node, basically you are searching, it's kind of like you are searching the location of this node. So it will bring you all the way from the root to one leaf node, right? And that leaf node position is the right place to put this new value, right? So for example, okay, here, okay, let's say we want to insert 15. Okay, you compare 15 with 17. Okay, it's greater than 17. And well, you compare 15 with 18. is smaller than 18, so you go to here. 15 is bigger than 10, so you go to the right. Or 15 is bigger than 11, so you go to the right. So, and you'll reach least leaf node. And this is the right place for you to insert 15, right? So, okay. Then, okay, you insert this node. Okay, you will color X red. Okay, so it becomes like this. So once you have that, remember our property. We have 4 different properties. Remember? Oh, by the way, 15 also has its leaf nodes, right? Okay, 15 is now an internal node. Okay, and 15 has 2 leaf nodes, and its leaf node color are black. Remember, all the leaf nodes are black. Okay? Okay. So now, okay, remember the 4 properties. What are those 4 properties? Somebody tell me? What is the first one? Each node is either red or black, right? So obviously this is correct, right? Each node is either red or black. Okay, nothing needs to be done. Okay, what is second one? What is the second one? No, that's the third one. Huh? Yeah, the root and the leaf nodes are black. Okay, so you look at this one, it is also the case, right? Root is black because like you are inserting here, right? Okay, unless you are inserting your node to a, to an empty red black tree. This new node become the root. In that case, yeah, this property will be violated. But otherwise, I mean, you must insert this node to some leaf node, which will not. Your leaf node your root will maintain to be black, and basically like after the insertion, all the leaf nodes are still black. Yeah. So you may ask, so how about if we are really inserting an empty red black tree? In the case, this node become the root, and now the root is red, right? According to what we just did. Okay, we'll make this node, make this new inserted node red, right? Then you just make this node black. Thing, problem resolved. Yeah, one single internal node, and it has 2, leaf nodes that are both black. Well, it's perfect. It's a red-black tree. Okay? But anyway, let's come back to this example. Okay, so let's say the second property is okay. How about the third property is just like what he mentioned earlier. Okay, if a node is red, its parent has to be black. If a node is black, I mean, its parent could be red or black. It doesn't matter, right? Okay, so this property obviously could be violated. Right? Okay, especially in this example, 15 is red. Its parent 11 is also red, right? So so the property 3 is violated. Okay, how about property 4? The black height from any node to its leaf, dissident will are the same. So here, because you color 15 red, right? You color 15 red. So the property 4 has to be true because you are not changing the black height, okay, of any node, right? Remember, it's black height. It's not the height. Okay, you only count the number of black node from that node to the leaf, right? To a leaf node. So because you are adding a red node, so it doesn't change the black height of any node. So property 4 is fine. Okay, property 4 is fine. Okay, so far so good. You guys are with me, right? Okay. So obviously the property 3 is violated, so we need to do something about it. Okay, so what we do is we need to do, we have few options. First, we can recolor. And this recolor will help us to move the violation up the tree. So you can see, for example, 15 is red. So you make 11 black. Okay. So here it's interesting is that, what is interesting is that, okay, in this recoloring, okay, you are making this two node black and this node red. Okay, that is the recoloring that we are talking about. So, sorry. So we are not done yet because we only make the violation up, So we only push the problem to a higher place. Okay. Obviously, now the 10 is for 10, its parent is 18. Okay. So can we do can we change 18 and the 3 to be black and 7 to be red? I mean, we could, but another way to adjust would be to do the right rotation. Okay, so here, okay, if you do the right rotation, remember this one become the parent, this one become the child, okay, and this subtree stays here. This subtree becomes 18 becomes a right child of 10, and this part becomes the left subtree of 18, and this part maintained to be the right subtree of 18, so it becomes like this. And in this rotation, few things I need to emphasize. The first thing is that, well, you may argue the violation, the property 3 still violate, right? Still gets violated, right? But true, that's true. But what I want to tell you is that, okay, first, this rotation, in the previous one, I'm telling you, the rotation, no matter it's left rotation, right rotation, it does not affect the binary search tree property. Remember previously, and I argue it only happen locally, and the time complexity for that rotation operation is constant. Remember all the things I talked about, right? But not only that, okay, let's look at this resulting binary. Well, let's temporarily just call it red black tree. Okay, I know I mean, it violates some property still. Okay， 就是这个还是违背了一些那个黑红素的这个性质啊，但是没关系，我们先暂时先叫它黑红素，好不好？The important thing I want you to see is that this rotation, okay, does not change the fact that from any node, the property 4 is maintained. 就是你原来，就是你看哦，原来这样子，你变成这样子，从任何一个点，它的 black height 到它的这个 leaf node， 到任何的 leaf node 还是一样。I could not tell you, okay? I could not ask you to examine this property when we talk about the rotation, because at that time, okay, the rotation, I mean, does not, have the color, but now it has a color, so you can tell easily, from any node to its distant leaf node, okay, the black height maintain the same, right? 从这边你可以看到我刚刚前面讲的，你看你这个 recurring is also like that. Recurring is also like that. Actually, like one reason. I mean, you may wonder, okay, why, 在这个 in this recurring, okay, you say, oh, let's just change 11 to be black, this one to be red. Okay, we don't need to why do we bother changing this one black? Because if you don't do that, okay, not only you have like 3 nodes, okay, that are like consecutive nodes that are all black, all red. The second issue is the property 4 is violated, 对不对 ？Right？ 就是你如果说只是说我现在就是说我这边改成黑，这个改成红，如果你不去改这边的话，你的 property 4也会被改，也会错。你自己看一下 ，OK？ So that's why, okay, when we change the color, we do like this. So after this recurring, okay, as I said, yeah, the property 3 still violated because of this, but the property 4 is maintained because property 4 is kind of complicated, and we want to make sure the local modification does not violate the property 4. Property 1 and property 2 are easy to maintain, to be honest. Right? 好 anyway, 然后我们到这边对不对 we are up to this point. And then here we are doing the rotation again, but it's now we are rotating at node 7. So we move 7 down, move 10 up. So it becomes like this. So not only we are doing this rotation, but also we are changing the color. So this rotation, okay, we bring 10 up and 7 down. And on the way, okay, you change 7 to be red, 10 to be black, and we are done. And there are 2 different rotations. Okay, I want you to examine. The right rotation, okay, will still like may still propagate the problem upward. such as like here. Here, after the right rotation, you still have the problem, right? But with one left rotation, of course, the left rotation is not just rotation, it also involves like some color change. With that, you're done. You no longer need to worry about like, moving the problem upward anymore, because you are done. Nothing needs to be, modified anymore. Actually, this property, let's start from here. This is in this example, we consider this as a complete red-black tree, right? You could imagine this one as, there are some parent from 7. This could be a subtree in a red-black tree. Okay? And the whole operation remains the same. The whole operation remains the same. So you have a one right rotation and one left rotation, and you are done. In the worst case, you may need to do multiple right rotations, but with one left rotation, you are done. You stop there, and you don't. So, so with this, what is the idea? When to apply right rotation? When to apply left rotation? The color change should be easy, right? The color change, is easy. So let's look at the pseudocode. Okay, in the pseudocode, there are 3 cases which involve exactly 3, I shouldn't use operations. 3 tasks that we did. Okay, one is changing the color. One is like right rotation. One is left rotation. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Here, okay, in this pseudocode. Oops. In this pseudocode, okay, because I owe you some minutes because of the technical issue. If you are okay, I hope to finish this part, the discussion of this part, and then we take a break. Okay. So first, the P of X. Okay. So this here, the T is the red-black tree. X is something you want to insert. Okay, so so this is red-black tree insert. So you first call tree insert. So this is a regular binary search tree insert. Okay, so you insert node X at the right place in the tree. Okay, and you color this node X to be red. Okay, and then while X is not root, okay, root of T, if X is not root of T, and the color here is X parent color is red. So because now this X is red, right? So X parent, if it is also red, we have some property violation, right? The property 3 is violated, right? So, if this while loop clause is not satisfied, if this clause is not satisfied, it means that, first, either X is root. That is the case I was talking about. You have only one node. You insert this node to an empty tree, right? Right? So you know, outside this while loop, you just color the root to be black, and you are done, right? If the parent, okay, another case, I mean that this while loop, like a clause is not satisfied. It's like this node is the node you just insert is red, and its parent is black. If that's the case, nothing needs to be done. The tree is still a red-black tree, right? Because no property is violated, right? So you are done, okay? And you say, oh, in that case, why do we still need to color the root to be black? That is just, it doesn't change anything, right? What I meant is like, or if the root is black originally, you add this statement. I mean, the root is still black, so nothing gets is modified. So that's good, okay? So yeah, I mean, if so now we get into this while loop. So x is not a root, and the parent of x is red. So x is red, its parent is red, okay? Then we need to determine which case to apply, okay? First case, okay, is recurring, because the first case is the easiest one. Okay, we try it. Okay, so we check. Here is like the parent of x, and which is I mean, how should I say? The parent of x. Okay, 就是那个啦。那个 x 的公公啦，爷爷啦 ，x 的爷爷 ，OK，the parents of x， OK， so it's right child, so it's if you can find such a node, you assign that to be y, OK, that's the uncle or aunt of x, right？ 就是比 x 高一层，它的那个右边的那个，就是 that's exactly here. The parent at here. Okay. In here it's a parent left child. Okay, but basically it's these nodes uncle or auntie. So the uncle of the node, if it is red as well, if that node is red, then we just use we just change the color. Okay, in the change the color, so that's case one. So basically, it's like the y is the uncle of x if the color of y is red in the case one. Think a little bit deeper why it is case one. Because the case one, it means like allow me to use Chinese to explain. Okay， 在这边哦，你看哦，我们要把这边变黑，这边变红，对不对？这边变黑，这边变红。那这个地方最好也同时处理。如果你把这边变黑，你就说，如果这边是红，你刚好把它变黑，那这样子就一起处理。如果说这边原来是黑，如果原来这边是黑 ，think about this. If this one is originally black, then you say, oh, wonderful. This one is red. We change this one to black, this one to be red. Unfortunately, you are going to violate property 4. Okay? Take a closer look. It's going to violate property 4. Why? Because you have two black here and only one black here, right? I mean, the black height from here will be different. These two paths will be different. So that is why, okay, if the uncle of this node it happens to be red, okay, it's just like this one, then we can change the color of this level and change the color of this level to make sure the property 4 is maintained. 就是说，你就是一定要你的那个 uncle 也是红的，你做这个 color 这个 changing color， 它整个 property 这个 property 4才会维持，要不然的话就会出问题。Okay, so that is like what we did for case 1. Okay, else, what does that mean for else? Else means, okay, the violation, for the violation, its uncle is not red, right? So we have to do case 2 or case 3. So for the violation, that's, yeah, we already, here, I mean, we change the color. And from here, you say, oh, why don't we just do the color change here? That's because from this node, take a look. From this node, its parent, what should I say? Its uncle is this one, right? This node is where the violation happens, right? And its parents, I mean the other child. Okay, so that means like its uncle. Unfortunately, is colored black, right? So you cannot do the color change trick that we discussed earlier. Okay, 我们不能用那个 change color， 因为 change color 你在往上的那个它的那个 black hide 的 property 就错了。OK， 所以我们一定要用别的方法。in other words, like two type of rotations. So which rotation to take? If the, for parent, okay, if parent of X, it's right, okay, so it's a brother. 对这个违背这个 property 的，他的另外一个兄弟 ，okay, it's brother, okay, 对不起，对 X 来讲，他是这个 parent 的右边的小孩 ，okay， 如果 X is a right child of parent, okay, then we do case 2. Okay, so let me see. Here. From this node is parent, it's a left child. But what should I say? If it's left child, okay, you let me define, okay, this as case 2. But the case 2 is not necessarily only associated with the right rotation. The case 2 is either left rotation or right rotation, depending on the, what should I say, like this violated location happen to be left or right. Okay, the most important thing for case 2 is that after rotation, the violation property will still be there. Okay, 就是 case 2跟 case 2跟 case 3的差别是在说 case 2你做完 rotation 不一定是右边或也不一定是左边，重点是它是做右边还是做右 rotation 还是做左 rotation 是看你这个违背这个 property 的。他是左边的小孩还是右边小孩？重点是做完这个以后，还有没有？就是说你还需不需要还会不会有这个 violation 的这个 case 那个 property 3是不是还 还是会那个会有 variation 的问题。OK，case two 的话，你做完以后，你还是有那个还是有问题。Case 3做完以后，注意到你还要去 recovery， 那你就不会有这个问题。好 ，anyway， 那你现在是这两个，你是左边的，所以你做右 rotation，right rotation。那在这个，如果你是右边的话，你是做 left rotation。OK， 那如果说那个不是的话，你就做左 rotation。对，反正最后面你要记得去改。你还有一个那个 case 3是，你就说你需要这个怎么讲？你还要记得要改它颜色。我这边拿这个来解释。这边你是 right child，OK，B is A's right child，OK，and and its uncle is red. So in this case, you can do a recurring trick, right? This is case 1. Okay, this is case 1. Okay, you change the color of A and D to be black, change the color of C to be red, and you are done. And you are done. Of course, this, okay, after this color change, this C will change from black to red, right? So its parent, C's parent may be red. So you need to, C's parent may be red. So you need to recurse. You need to repeat, the fix. Repeat to fix like the problem upward. Okay, so this is case 1. Okay. For case 2, okay, this one is a black actually. Okay, it's a parents. The other child is black. So you cannot do the recurring trick. So now, okay, you do like rotation, left rotation. Left rotation. After left rotation, okay, you try to do a right rotation. Okay, you try to do a right rotation. Okay, you do a left rotation, it becomes like this. And then you do the right rotation. Okay, this one is you do the left rotation, and then you do case 3 you do a right rotation. Right rotation, you rotate on this node. So you elevate B to be root, and you make C to be B's right child. You make this one to be a subtree or left subtree of C. Okay, and then you change the color. So it becomes like this. So let me repeat. Here, okay, if X is the right child, you are doing the left rotation, and then you do the right, case 3, the right rotation, and then change the color. Done. Stop. Okay, if it's not case 1, if X is the right child of parent, you do a right rotation, and then you do a left rotation, and then change the color. Done. Let me repeat. So So that's like what happens here. Okay, you do the right rotation, and immediately you do a left rotation with this node. So you elevate this node to the parent. Okay, and then change your color. Right? So even though I say case 2 and case 3, they are actually, even though I say case 1, case 2, and case 3, they are really 2 cases. Okay, because case 1 obviously just involves changing color. Case 2 and 3 actually happen together. You know, if you do the case 2, okay, either left rotation or right rotation, you immediately followed with like a, another rotation and the color change, and you are done. So case 2, case 3 are actually, they are happening at the same, consecutively. So look at this pseudocode a little bit more careful. Okay, if this case 1, right? Else, if this is the case, you see, you do case 2 and then case 3. Okay, so these 2 things will be done, sequentially. Okay. So that's it. So that's the code to do the, for the insert. For the delete, I want you to check. If you remember, like the deletion of like a binary search tree involve like removing a node, and then you need to add a predecessor or successor to that location. So actually, the delete is kind of similar to insert. I want you to check it out by yourself. Okay, but anyway, then analysis. Okay, first, okay, this insert, how much time does it take? First, you need to find the location for this node to insert, right? So from the root to the leaf node, right? So you take log n to find the location, right? Find location to insert this node and make it red, right? And then if there are some property violation, you move up, right? You move up. So color changing take constant time, and you are able to go up. Well, actually, not go up 1 level. You are able to go up 2 levels, right? And then you may have like additional violation. Okay, so if you keep doing color changing, yeah, so you move from the close to the bottom of the tree, all the way to your root. The whole color changing. Well, it may take like the height of the tree, but each operation take constant, right? If it's always a color changing, then again it takes log n. Okay, if along the way, if one of the operation is rotation, remember you take 2 rotation and you are done, right? And the rotation, as I argued earlier, each rotation take constant time, right? So basically, go up the tree, okay? Performing case 1, which only recurring node take constant time. If case 2, case 3 occurs, perform 2 rotation and then terminate. So basically, this part, okay, guarantee the running time is big O log n, okay, with possibly 0 or 2 rotations, but constant rotations. The deletion is similar, So you can check it out by yourself. So that's it for red black tree. Okay. So we are done for this chapter, and I'm supposed to give you the next assignment, but because next chapter is heavily involved with red black tree, so I will finish the next chapter and then give you the assignment. Okay, and then let's take a break. Okay, that's maybe 10-15 minutes. When we come back, we will continue the discussion.